Okay, so one thing that's very important in vaccines is that they need to be safe. We want to be able to prevent disease with vaccines. We don't want to cause disease. So there have been rare occasions that vaccines can cause the disease. In living vaccines, sometimes they do mutate into back to its original infectious form. However, there is no medical or scientific proof of MMR vaccines being linked to autism, no link of any vaccines being linked to autism. All of that hullabaloo has been thoroughly discredited. And vaccines are still the safest and most effective means of preventing infectious disease in children. The health immunization campaigns have saved millions of lives. One example is the diphtheria vaccine. Before the vaccine, thousands of people died every year. In 1921 alone, 15,000 people died. 15,000 Americans died. But after the vaccine, since 2003, there's only been one case of diphtheria in 20 years since the CDC has been monitoring. The vaccine effectiveness has wiped out diphtheria. So here you can see how many cases of diphtheria there were. Lots. It would come and go. There were more some years and less some years. But then when the vaccine started being routinely used, shunk, it went down. You can see it started going down. The vaccine started being available around this time. So it started being used. And since then, almost nobody's getting diphtheria in the United States anymore. There are certain vaccine-preventable diseases that do persist for some different reasons. Sometimes poverty and lack of health infrastructure means that people are not able to access the vaccine at all. So we do need to address vaccinating all people, even people who are coming from poverty. Some vaccine formulations do require boosters to stay effective. Some people might think, I already had that vaccine. I don't need to go get a booster. I'm fine. Whereas if it's been long enough, that original vaccine is still not effective. Those boosters are needed. You got to get your people back into the clinic again. And some people just avoid vaccines. I hate taking my kids and seeing them cry, but, it is for their good. I hate being stuck myself. It's not fun, right? People believe there are a lot of misconceptions and a lot of flat up lies told about vaccines that lead people to think that they're doing something good by avoiding vaccines. So those ideas and feelings need to be taken seriously and discussed to help people learn to accept and value their vaccination. Here's a couple of vaccine-preventable diseases, the Measles and Rubella Initiative. It had the goal of no one dying of measles or being born with rubella by 2020. We were very close to it until 2019. People quit vaccinating, and measles has had a resurgence since then. Global Polio Eradication Initiative. This polio was eliminated from the world except for a few countries. It has been found in the sewage in the United States in the last few years. The hope is still for full eradication. It would be fabulous if we could rid the world of polio, but that has not happened either yet. Measles, rubella, and polio are all diseases that we could get rid of if we took it seriously. So here's just an image of countries that had eliminated polio in orange versus countries that hadn't in 1988 and in 2016. Hopefully we'll get there. I think we can someday. Okay, so now you can tell me, why would the oral Sabin polio vaccine sometimes cause polio, but the injected Salk polio vaccine does not? Okay, so hopefully that's a little bit of something that'll help you be able to understand vaccines a little bit better, how they're working, and help people who are maybe struggling to understand the science and just there's so many loud voices telling you so many different things. If you have any questions, feel free to write to me and I will be in touch. See you later. Bye.